You ready to start?
Ready.
The pre-pre to the roll to the...
I already brought the pre-rolls, and now we're rolling.
This is the Sandbox Brothers Podcast. You turn in. Orale!
I am G.
No,
Here.
Where?
J is here.
And welcome to the rundown. Welcome. Very welcoming. Is the door open? I don't know why I say that. I don't know what I say to myself.
Where did that start with? When did it start?
I don't know. I think one of you guys said, welcome, come in.
Okay, that's right.
And then from there, the door's open.
We always keep it open.
So
what up?
So, you turn. Yeah.
What you watching? Did you watch something, you turn?
Oh, I watched.
What you watch? What you watching?
I watched The Red Obsession.
Sounds Russian. Yes,
It sounds Russian, doesn't
very
it?
Russian, yeah.
Well, it's actually, it's not Russian. It's about the wine industry.
It's a documentary.
It's a documentary, 2013, I believe.
Yes.
Documentary. And actually, before I get into it, it was the director. I seen like at the end of the movie, I don't know if you kept it rolling, but the director started. They were talking to him and how he got into wanting to do this, and it was one of the people who was in the vineyard saying, "Have you ever done a documentary on wines? And you should probably do one." And he was like, "Why? You know, like, what's the big deal?" But then, as he got more into it himself, he realized there's something here, right? And that's how the idea got sparked. So it starts off with the French wines in Bordeaux, right? The Bordeaux area in France, and it talks about how they had, their different industries and the different vineyards in the area, and they talk about the history.
Yes.
Let me just throw my notes here for a sec.
Take them out.
Take them out. Oh, did you guys obviously notice the narrator?
Oh, Russell Crowe?
Yeah.
Gladiator.
He's got a good voice to narrate.
How much you got paid for this for your voice? Your cases of wine, trash.
Probably.
You're good. No, just give me a couple of stuff from the right man, from Shotgun Off the Pop. Yeah, this whatever you like in this room, take that. But yeah, don't trash the room.
Exactly, don't trash it. Okay, so the Red Obsession, it starts off with saying, they're following centuries of work. So the groundwork was already laid from like centuries, and all they had to do was just follow the same pattern, right? And then one of the women, it starts off where they're talking to one woman and they're asking her about the vineyards, and they're like, Bordeaux is the best vineyards in the world. And at first she's like, I questioned it. I was like, like a vineyard's a vineyard. But until she got there and like started studying it and realizing that actually Bordeaux is like the best region in the world to grow wines, right? And this is history actually, and we were taking this in the wine course that we're taking this, that in 1955, Napoleon III decided to do a world fair, right? And he brought together all the vineyards, the top vineyards in France, and to display them up. And the top 5 were the ones from Bordeaux that, to this day, are still the top 5.
Top 5.
You know what I'm saying? They're still always there, right?
400 years.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy how it is the wine to the quality of the wine, but it's also marketing.
It's all marketing. You get a World's Fair, and then you come to this World's Fair, and this guy's introducing this to you, and you're like, oh, what is this beverage? And he's marketing is the best in the world. Especially, look, he speaks for himself. He did that 1955, still holds true to this day. So you're thinking about wine, what are you thinking of for? There's only one or two. Is that France or Italy?
Exactly.
That's how it goes when you think of wine. Those are the 1 and 2, man.
That's the 1 and 2 that you think of. What I like, this documentary goes in very deep into first like the types of wines, and then it goes into China. But before I hit China, I want to just mention that they say that these wines get classified every year and to see if they are good wines, right? If they hit the pinnacle points, right? They said that they had it in 1961, where they declared it like a great wine, a great year. 1982, and then 2009, right? And so in 2009, the guy who was the director at that point, he's like, I don't think I'll ever see a wine in my professional career with Bordeaux ever again this great.
It's great.
And then in 2010, it happened again. Anyway, I don't want to go through the whole thing,
Yeah.
but it creates the hype. US is out.
Yes.
They stop buying. China is in. And then they just start talking about the whole classification of China and how the classes of, when they were first more of a communist country and it changed a little bit and there's more billionaires now in China than the US, right? So overall, I mean, listen, it was a good documentary and it goes into deeper on how the future of the wine industry is going to go. And it looks like China's going to take over. They're saying, they said 10 years ago, it'll be 4 centuries, so 40 years before China will be the mass producer of wine.
Seriously,
They want to be the best.
They want to be the best, and when they get into something, they always want to be the best. So I can see it, and they're right on that horizon too.
Yeah, that's right. They're right on the horizon. They're right in the
To make
place to
produce
make
wine,
wine.
so they're right where they're supposed to be producing.
But there was that one where they said that the vice president of China came to try this 182 wine, and then after now he's president. So
Yeah, they like how to promote it, how to spin it well.
they're like now, oh look, he's
And now he's
president.
president.
Now he's investing in wine.
But it's crazy too how China just all of a sudden
Stockpiling.
they were buying vineyards, and they were saying at one point they were taking apart the vineyard, the actual place,
Yeah.
stone by stone, and the French were like, "What are you guys doing? Like, what the hell are they doing?" And they were taking it back. Actually, this was Japan. They were taking it back to Japan and rebuilding it exactly as is, but in Japan, the actual vineyard, like
Yeah, or that's insane. They're insane.
They did it.
they did it. Yeah, I'm like, this is crazy. They'll buy the land, they'll buy everything, and they'll just transfer everything over.
Yeah, how do you make it?
That was one. And then the other was that China was buying up. At first, they were saying China was their best buyers, and all of a sudden they became their competitors. Because then they started buying up land in Bordeaux. They started making vineyards in China, and then they're like, we even have to deny people wine.
Yes. So they wanted to keep
They
themselves
want to
still.
keep it.
Well, yeah, because or else it'll run out, and that's it. There's no more,
Right.
And these guys want to just buy it all out. These Chinese businessmen just want to buy it all out. And they're like, the guy wants a case. I can only offer him a bottle.
Right.
So it's crazy, man. The wine industry was also, they were saying that it outperformed the stock market.
That's insane.
Yeah, that people before, when this first started, there was a few guys that that actually on the documentary were saying that, this is going to be an investment. And people were laughing at him as usual, You always get laughed at, innovative. Innovators always get laughed at. Until they fucking do what they do and they make a lot of money and then it's like everyone's fucking copying you now.
Right. Isn't that like stockpiling?
That's pretty much what it is, man. You're holding on to a wine just to see if you can either drink it yourself or sell it for more.
So there's that one where, what they're doing in Investments Group is they're saying half of the good wines, top wines, are going to be like stockpiled.
Right.
And all the other ones who care. They're going to drink them, but like all those, if they do drink them, but that one investor lady,
Oh yeah, sorry, that's the she's
that's
crazy.
cool, because one bottle costs, I don't know how much.
I just turned around.
$50.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I'll bring my own bottle. And then an empty bottle costs $500.
That's
Like,
right.
either take it back from me or have it destroyed in front of me. I'm like, oh. It's like, if I can't have it, destroy it.
Well,
I
that's-
don't want anyone else to have it.
Well, because of counterfeit, right? Because then they were saying that in China, they have more counterfeit of the 1982
Yes.
than whatever was made.
Yeah, because the guy had the stats, or the number that they produce,
Yeah.
and they have the
numbers that were sold.
and like, huh? What the fuck's going on here? Yeah, it's a lot of counterfeit shit.
But then they were also saying, and actually I never thought of it this way, but counterfeit is like, what's it called? It's like you made it, right? It's like if people are copying you,
It's a compliment.
It's a compliment. That's right.
Yes,
It's a compliment.
yes. That's why you said when you said you made it. It's a
You
compliment.
made it, right?
Yeah.
So in a way, it's like, okay, yeah, you got to this point, so obviously there's people who are going to copy your work,
Yes.
right? And try to sell it and make a profit for themselves too.
Like you say, they got the horizon of the land.
Yeah, man, they're gonna do it for sure. They're going to do it. A lot of the master sommeliers in the world, like there's a guy, James Suckling is his name. James Suckling, one of the biggest names in the wine industry.
All right.
And I think he was in the United States for a long time, and then some company bought him or invested millions of dollars, and now he's over in China.
Oh yeah?
He's over in China teaching them wine, trying to get the Chinese wine industry more noticed through his history himself, right? James Suckling's a well-known name. So
Okay.
people, whatever he says, people will listen to.
Ah.
So they brought him over there to fucking spearhead their fucking winemaking project where they plan to do the next few years, 1 year or whatever. They will definitely do it, man. Because what they're gonna do is they're gonna take the best from everywhere in the world and bring it there. Because they have the money to do it. So you're gonna pay the best vintners, you're gonna pay the best sommelier, everybody to come there, spend 10 years in your country, and then, yeah, man, it's be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see how they do. Like, you know how we're studying Portugal, how they have a lot of investments from the UK.
Yes.
So you got names like Morgans and all these things
Still
coming
there,
there. They're
yeah.
still there from Portugal, which is weird. I bet you that thing's up in China. You're gonna have like French names in these Chinese places. They're gonna use the French names in their wines. A lot of that's gonna happen, I think, too.
What was that one bottle where they put the 8 on it?
Oh yeah, they do this. That's marketing, right? That's
Like,
marketing.
Here's a gift for good luck.
Yes.
All things.
It was still from Bordeaux, yeah.
Yeah.
It was the Bordeaux wine, but 2008. Where they said
8 is a lucky number.
Eight is a
They're-
lucky number.
Yeah, they knew they were gonna buy that shit up.
They knew.
They knew they were gonna buy it. The Chinese were gonna buy that.
And now, it's more expensive than the 1982 wine.
Yes.
Only because of the
Thanks to that movie.
because of which movie?
I'm seeing some Asian movie that to arrest some gangs.
Oh yes, yes.
Oh,
I
yes.
don't want any of that garbage 82 or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lafitte.
Yeah, Lafitte.
Give me Lafitte 82.
The Lafitte Rothschild. That's what it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, give me that name, man.
Yeah, and it's all about prestige.
Yeah.
You know, in China now it was a prestigious thing, and like you were saying earlier, the guy who owned the sex shop,
Oh yeah.
right? He goes, if I want a wine, you were saying,
Yeah, he makes sex toys, so he's Bill, and he's like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, that too.
when I was young, I was interested in all sex. Now when I'm older, I'm just interested in wine.
That's right.
I just keep, in the auctions, I'll just keep my hand up
Yeah.
and wait till everyone's all right, so it's mine.
Yeah.
That's when you're
Whatever
filthy
the
rich,
fuck
right?
price.
Yeah, that's really fucking filthy.
You just like don't care, like whatever. It doesn't change my lifestyle.
Nothing's gonna change.
Yeah, nothing's gonna change.
Oh, that guy is like walking around with bottles around everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Like in his den, in his studio.
Oh, at that point in time, you love wine, man.
Wow.
Crazy. Yeah, man. So I give this documentary as well 2 Grand Cruise.
2 Grand Cruise, huh? You're right. What do you give it?
I don't know. I kind of give it that one dong up.
One dog cup.
And when you watch it, you'll understand it.
I liked it, man. I liked it.
I give it 1.5.
I liked it. I give it 1 Cabernet Franc and 1 Cabernet Sauvignon.
Look at that. All right. So this went on in the wild world of Deportes.
Sports.
Yeah, that's sports. Like we always say, do you want the goodies or do you want the not so goodies?
The LeBron.
Give me the goodies first. LeBron's back.
Yeah, LeBron's back.
On the attack.
Oh yeah. So this is what's happening with LeBron. You know what's happening?
What's happening?
He's incorporating the goon side. He's the villain now.
He's the villain. He's the villain of the story.
So get this. This is all actually. So what was the stuff from LeBron with Detroit? What's the other guy?
Oh, Isaiah Stewart.
Isaiah Stewart.
So he clipped him.
He punched him.
Yeah, he punched him.
He
But
punched
you
him.
get too excited.
So the whole funny part is the Detroit guy
Yeah.
started coming back like we were talking earlier.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I got you. Sorry, man. Okay. It was intentional. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. And then after people get in the way, he starts coming at LeBron.
Yeah.
Once, twice, 3 times, knocking people over, people trying to hold him back.
Right.
LeBron's already gone.
Yeah, LeBron, what are you gonna do? And then
Yeah.
he went to the back, and then this guy's running down the tunnel to go find him.
It was just a fucking show.
Yeah.
LeBron gets suspended 1 game.
The other guy gets 2 games.
You get 2 games or whatever. They got fined a certain amount. It worked out for the Lakers because they saved on the luxury tax. It all works out. But the next game against Indiana, did you watch that?
Yeah, I watched the
I caught the 4th quarter. I had it on YouTube.
Another right here.
I was like, wow, tight game. And then LeBron just starts shooting fucking step back threes.
Status.
And there's one part where he took over the game. He's playing center. I think so he started doing the Magic Johnson. He's playing center positions. Point guard, center, yeah, whatever, coach. That game he took over, but it went into overtime.
Oh yeah.
So then after he had to spice it up. Before that, there was a couple fans who got kicked out. I was like, what happened? What the fuck happened?
Okay, so we're looking at right here.
Yeah, he just grabs the ref and he's pointing, right here, right here.
Yeah.
What do you think they said to him? He's like, LeBron said, it's something I would never say to anybody. Like, you know, I won't repeat it, but
Oh, for real, man.
And there were 2 young fans.
Yeah, so we're looking at it now. They're watching it. So I see.
See the smirk on the face?
I see the smirk on the
And the
boyfriend's
guy's hands
face.
go back like that.
But I see the girl doing the pouty face, like LeBron's being a baby. Right there, I'm not a fan of that because that looks like that girl started that bullshit.
She started. No, she put the funny face like she's sad.
Yeah.
This is what.
This dude's just like he's laughing, trying to avoid the whole shit, and the girl's like, I see the guy coming right, the security, and came to the girl first. The dude is sitting there, kind of laughing, and he came to the girl, like, so the girl must have said some stupid shit. But that's what happened. This girl looks like she's dumb or drunk. One of the two.
Yeah.
You wanna know
I little liquor up what she
What
said.
was that?
Some of kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see.
So
That's something a girl would say.
He says, "I hope Bronny dies in a car accident."
Yeah.
Why would you even say that?
Exactly. You don't take kindly. Get out and
Yeah.
crack down on that shit.
Yeah.
Of course.
See that? I've seen this before. The girl, I'm not picking on females, but the girl comes to the game, a little bit liquored up, and she starts to get too wild because the dude would definitely not say that to LeBron James.
No.
The dude's not saying that, but the girl's gonna say that because she's a female, she can get away with that. No.
In Indiana,
No.
privileged. I'm sorry
Yeah,
to
yeah.
say it, but the whole point of it is he's right in saying there's a right way to you can have to be a right way. Like, you don't have to like me, but you know some things you don't say.
Right.
You don't say shit like that. And yeah, NBA's cracking down big time.
Yeah.
That's stupid shit.
Yeah, I didn't even read she said that, but I know when I saw her face here, like this thing here.
Yeah.
This is
I
dumb.
see
This
that.
is a dumb girl.
And then after
this guy's gonna break up with this chick. Don't marry this chick, homeboy.
Yeah, he's gonna have kids with her.
they're gonna make a scene?
Yeah.
Oh no, don't do that.
But the whole game after LeBron took over, he started making some
Yeah.
fucking gestures.
Yeah. Oh yeah, nonsense.
Sam Cassell.
Exactly, so much nuts.
So you know you
So you got fined for that.
Van Fleet got fined for that too.
That's right, but he did it nasty. But it was good. I love that.
He did
the original with the fucking water.
That's usually a Sam Cassell former player who did that. So, but you get fined now because it's an obscene gesture. Hey LeBron, slap you in the hand. So yeah, it was very interesting because they had to suspend him.
I mean, if you're gonna line to like make fun of LeBron, just fucking make fun of his receding hairline.
Yeah,
I think he was like,
because that's really all you got. There's nothing really else you can say.
There's no face, bro.
You're so muscular, man. Look at you.
Look at you. I'm getting like old.
But they did lose a triple overtime to Sacramento.
I saw it. I didn't watch it more than I wanted to watch it. I'm like, man, that motherfucker's all over the place. Up and down, man. That's what I'm saying.
Sacramento fired their coach.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh no. Look at that.
Yeah, so now fucking look at the score. Everyone contributes. Like even Tristan Thompson, he's like, oh fuck you, bro. I'm gonna play a little harder.
Exactly.
And he did.
Hey, that's what, I don't know, man. As I say, I've got to wait to see what's gonna happen in the season because like it's all over the place.
Lakers are 10 and 11. Our beloved Raptors are 9 and 11. So they're fairly similar. Raptors had a rough road trip, but they beat up on Memphis. They were down 12 at the half, and then they came back in the fourth quarter. And when you get compliments from the other team about your coach, saying he's a guru, this Memphis doesn't play defense, so that's another thing. But Indiana got there. They smacked Indiana. Either way, it's learning. People are injured.
Oh, they had a game tonight. Or last night, right?
Indiana, yeah, they smacked their ass. Perfect. So yeah, people are injured, so whatever, man. Seems like the Lakers and the Raptors are on the sip like that.
Right to the finals, baby.
But Phoenix,
They're getting 6.
we'll see about that. Phoenix on a 16-game winning streak.
I know, that's impressive.
They just beat Brooklyn tonight.
That's impressive.
16 games.
Brooklyn's not going to be legit until the flat earther comes back.
Kyrie?
Even though he's said, I don't want to say crazy because I don't want to say every time somebody does something, oh, he's crazy. He's just different. But that team cannot win. They're not going to win a championship without Kyrie.
The laws are going to change with the new governor.
Hopefully. And then we'll see, man. This dude don't look like he don't get no vaccination, bro.
Look,
they're paying $30 million to stay home.
other players don't have vaccinations in different states. They're able to play this right, depending on the state you go to.
Yeah, man, chill up.
Chill? Do your thing?
He's doing his thing. He's probably fishing with his dad. Probably. You know, see that
Bank account in the morning, stuff in the bank account. Shit,
The guy got paid to stay home.
No, not paid.
he gets paid for no pay?
No pay.
I thought he gets paid half the salary.
No, that was the rule. Applied by the league, so protected for the owners. Don't work that way. Ben Simmons getting paid? No, you'll fucking find
Ben
it.
Simmons is. Oh, well, that's
Mental health is a thing, but Sixers made it worse. They made impossible. They're asking for too much.
Yeah.
And now you're not getting enough or anything.
That dude might still last month of the season, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, this guy's young as fuck, and this guy can sit out the whole year. Like, I don't give a fuck, but it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like, I guess if you're gonna do this, the best time to do it. You're young. Do it when you're young. Don't do it when you're fucking older.
Who's gonna accept you in the team?
That's the thing. It's gotta be somebody that's desperate.
You can't come back.
You can't go back there.
You fucked it up. You
But
burnt everything.
But you know that everybody knows you can't shoot. So somebody's gonna have to take a big chance on you, dog.
He's a good point guard.
He's a good point guard. He can drive, he can do it, but if pressure situations, he don't look good.
But that's the whole point. Is that what everyone's going based on what happened last season?
Yeah.
You're not having any current value on it. He's not playing.
Right, that's the thing. That's what
People get over that, but
he should
that's
play.
stigma.
Hopefully he's been fucking practicing.
Say again?
Hopefully he's been
I'm
practicing.
pretty sure he's training, doing shit just to stay in shape, but still, that's not game shape.
That's
dog.
not game
shape.
That ain't game shape.
Shooting is good, but yeah, pressure shooting is different.
He's a good player, man. I'm not like saying he's not a good player, but yeah, pressure situation, you don't look good. 3-pointers, you can't shoot. So you gotta go somewhere that, like I said, somebody's gotta take.
It's going to Brooklyn.
Big chance. Kyrie can switch it up, straight up.
Oh.
That would be, they could do that. Just send Kyrie to fucking Philly.
Good, nice.
Both those would be
the brother.
good with that trade.
Danny Green.
Joel
Danny Green.
No, you have to trade Danny.
Danny Green's gonna go in that.
Sorry, Danny. Sorry, coach.
Apparently Danny Green was fucking phenomenal in college, no?
Oh yeah, Carolina.
Yeah,
He's a good player, man. Danny Green's a legit player.
Definitely, but he goes away in the playoffs.
Yes.
You don't see it.
Yeah, he disappears.
He goes away in the bench.
Even back in his college days?
No, college was
Like
good.
now.
College was
When he was San Antonio, he
Yes.
Kawhi,
Yeah.
great. Him and Kawhi during the season, great. Playoffs. Where is Danny? Where's Danny?
Where's Danny?
Danny? He's giving the ball away to the fucking other team.
Here, guys, catch up.
That's the last play
We
Danny
like to be
Green with the
competitive.
Raptors. Last play Danny Green had with the Raptors. He's passing it to the other team. Think about that. And he still has the guys doing.
That's funny shit.
Like on purpose.
No, he's gonna get his pick when he comes to Toronto.
Yeah.
When's Lowry coming? When's Miami playing?
February 3rd.
That's gonna be a big night.
Kyle Lowry.
Oh, yes.
Raptors. He's gonna retire his number today. On that day.
You think so?
When he's done with basketball.
When he's done then, it's on one day.
It's on one day. For sure. He said
That's the best way to
he's
do it.
gonna retire as a Raptor. For
Yeah, it's on
sure.
one
He's
day.
gonna be the first Raptor Hall of Fame NBA basketball.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
there you go. Future Hall of Famer. You're already here.
Future Hall of Famer.
Kawhi will go there too. Raptors will find somebody.
Yeah,
to put Kawhi in there too.
Kawhi will go somewhere as he'll wear some jersey. Probably San Antonio.
You think he'll go back?
If he doesn't win again. I mean, when you retire and they honor you
Oh,
as
gotcha,
a
gotcha.
player, right? If you play for a couple teams. So like for example,
Yeah, I guess
LeBron James,
Cleveland, I guess.
he's gonna be retired Cleveland or Lakers. They're gonna be both.
They retired. They retired in Miami already, right? That's 6.
Maybe.
Probably do that.
I don't know. You call him.
I don't know.
Give him a shout.
Call Pat.
Hey Pat, you on?
Pat, let us know.
Pat Riley.
Get this message though. Come on. LeBron. I know you're listening, LeBron.
It's all for NBA. It's still like in the mix. It's exciting. Even the Charlotte, the Melo Ball.
Always nice.
He's exciting to watch.
Excited.
Everything's fast.
Yeah.
Did you know they changed the ball to Wilson this year?
No, I didn't. What was it before Spalding?
Spalding.
Is this the first year change?
It's the first year change. Some people, I'm getting used to the ball. It's the same fucking design.
It's
just
just
no
an
Wilson. Oh, there's a little less letters on it. Fuck, it's off.
My finger used to hit that letter.
Yeah, to that sweet spot.
It's the same exact ball. So it's like people are just faster. These young kids are faster. Defense is picked up. Like it's interesting. Game has fucking changed. Fucking Steph Curry, is a different player altogether. We talked about it. 3-point machine. Amazing.
That Makina. Look at that guy.
Yeah, he's something else.
I don't know. Any more sports or are we gonna
Gunnarsson.
Yeah.
Fired.
out?
Ole. Out of Man United.
Man United. Did Ronaldo give him a thumbs down?
Yeah, Ronaldo, that's what I'm saying.
Get that guy out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's well. You're gonna talk. You know, he's the greatest, right? If he's not the greatest, he's one of the greatest. You gotta talk to him. You're gonna fire the coach. You're gonna go to Ronaldo
Of
too.
course.
It's Ronaldo's got to make the decision. But I don't know, man. I don't know where they go. Like this new German coach. I don't know much about him, but all the other German coaches say it's great. And I'm not a Man United fan, but I'm a Ronaldo fan, so hopefully it works out for him. He's an interim guy. They say he's an interim guy anyway.
6 months,
And then we'll
see
see
what you do. You do good, job's yours. If not,
We find someone else.
we'll find the other guy we're looking at right now.
Pochettino. Pochettino.
Yeah.
Speaking of them, we can talk a little bit of Champions League. We can move There was a big match this week. Man City against PSG.
Ah.
Two powerhouses. One powerhouse of England, one powerhouse of France. PSG has all the stars. They got Neymar, they got Mbappe, they got Messi, and everybody else they got over there. And Man City has their set of stars also. Raheem Sterling, Kevin De Bruyne.
Okay.
Sterling. Yeah, PSG came out hot, scored early. Man United came in tied. They made a substitution, came back in tied, and they took the game 2-1 in the end. So I don't know, PSG, they have a lot of work to do because it didn't look, Messi and them guys didn't look like they were clicking at all.
Okay.
So that was the first leg?
That was the first leg.
So it's do or die.
So we'll see. So it's still qualifying. It's still qualifying round. So it's just the group stage. So both of those guys are still at the top of their group.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, they're still at the top of their group. So both progressed, but PSG has a lot of work to do. And just one upset there was Borussia Dortmund. I talked about them before. They were a favorite. They were playing Ajax, and they flamed up. Their star player, Ajax is going to go through. They're actually at the top. They're undefeated. That's unbelievable because there's no star new players there at all. It's just a farm team, like I said before. But the second best team in Germany, they flamed up, and their star player is saying that he's injured now. So that doesn't look good. He knows there's no Champions League next year, so it looks like he might be out. Maybe he might go to Man United. His father played there. Maybe he could go to Man United. You never know.
Who knows?
We'll see. That's all I know for Champions League.
Champions League, because Canadian, CONCACAF World Cup qualifying is Canada. It starts next year.
Alright.
Things are paused, but they will start in the winter, so they're gonna come back in the cold.
It's alright. They're good.
Nice home field, man.
That's all
Protect
the
the
North.
It's like Game of Thrones.
That's it. The Northern Wall. You know you got Northern Wall. You know if you're coming to play in Canada in the middle of winter, that's gotta be like a fucking downer. Like if you're gonna be like, oh fuck, man.
Yeah, you guys play sports in cold weather.
Yes.
Absolutely.
How do you like it?
I like when you're moving.
In the heat of the moment, you get moving.
Yeah.
It's when you're
It's when you stop.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
when you
what the fuck? Your body just to cool down and don't feel good, man.
What if it gets still storming?
I don't mind that either.
It's raining.
Rain?
fest.
That's kind of fucking crazy. I think raining for soccer would be more fun than any other sport.
It is and it isn't. Depends on the position. Because the
Football
or the turf.
Grass.
Okay, yeah, but I played in like ghetto fields.
It's
like
prime grass, yeah.
You hit the ball just drops in the mud, it doesn't move.
Like some pitch in fucking England, some fucking third-tier team.
But still, like the pitch gets wet.
Yeah.
You're like,
But at least if you score
do a slide tackle.
Yes, slide tackle.
Or just keep sliding.
If you score a goal, you can slide too.
Celebration.
So, yeah, I just think like NFL, like football in fucking like NFL football and rain, that sucks, bro.
Well, that's they have the.
You gotta hold on to this fucking pigskin. Like it is, you're running and kicking a ball, it's like your feet are, you can move, or you're trying to catch this fucking pigskin, it's slippery, it's stony, this motherfucker, they're trying to really take your fucking head off.
When it's snowing for real, that's pretty.
Yeah.
That was Thanksgiving weekend for the US.
That's right. Happy Thanksgiving to our American listeners.
Yeah, the 3 games. That's right, NFL.
The three usual. Is it always the same teams playing?
Detroit, Dallas, I think New Orleans.
Always.
And then the other teams somehow rotate.
Yeah.
Those are the state of Detroit. They haven't won a game. They tied a game.
They're terrible.
This year it's crazy. They tied a game.
It's terrible, yeah.
Yeah. They're saying they haven't won in like 20 games going into the last season. They're the worst.
That's just a mentality.
The worst.
Yeah, they came close. They were the last couple games by like field goals. The last one, I don't know what happened. They fucked it. Don't watch too much, but that's NFL. The drama for your mamas.
That's it, man. So, any other deportes, or we gonna move on?
Moving on.
Alright, before we're moving on, I'm just gonna... Alright, we're gonna go and continue with this podcast. Next topics we're gonna be talking about is current events and other stuff like a man in North Korea is gonna be executed for selling a copy of Squid Games. Check it out.
Oh, yes.
We're gonna be... Check out the story on the podcast. Peace.
You're in these countries where you know